Happy Friday, everybody. Sammy Kincaid, your public information officer with Deputy Chief Tyler Chandler. How you doing, Deputy Chief?
All good, Sammy. I hate that we miss Rich and Taylor on this live broadcast. Folks, you may notice they're not here. They are busy with other things that are just more important than coming live at the moment. But Sammy, it's a good day. Glad we could jump on and update our community about some things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's get you given the weekly numbers
Yeah,
since
I'll
Rich
do the
is not
Rich.
here.
I'll do the Rich. So this is the past 7 days in the community, what we have had going on, and see 904 police calls for service. Out of that, the fire department just had 88, and crime reports, though, just 22 out of the 7 days. 22 reported crimes, which is a low number, which is good to see. Of course, I would like to see a big fat zero there, but I don't think that's going to be the case for any community. Officers are super proactive. 460 traffic stops that led to 97 arrest charges and 170 citations. And crashes are a lot lower than what we've been seeing. They are down at 22. So that's 2 injury and 20 non-injury. I think the last week's live update was 10 injury crashes. And Sammy, that's a lot. So I'm glad to see that at 2 for the injury. On the crime report, 6 harassment really related to folks that know each other, and they continue to do whatever that leads to harassment and fraud, 4 theft, 3 family disturbances, 3 forgery, and 2 property damage. On the arrest charges, always at the top is the driving on suspended revoked driver's license generated off that proactive traffic stop activity our officers engage in, and 15 no driver's license, 13 of possession of drugs. 10 people had warrants in the community, 10 were arrested for shoplifting, then 6 DUI. That's a high number. Typically we have 1 or 2 DUI arrests during the weekend. I see 6. So I really don't like to see that. That means people are out drinking while driving or taking some type of substance and driving. Sammy, it was interesting. I was talking to the officer the other day, and they arrested someone for DUI, and they had an unlawful vape pen with a very high THC content in it that really affected the person's driving, and they were arrested for DUI for that. So whether it's alcohol, some type of drug, or even an unlawful vape with high concentration of THC, there are things people can ingest that really affect the ability to drive safely. We don't want to see anyone doing that. If you're doing any of that, please just stay away from behind the wheel of a car. Stay somewhere where you're not going to endanger others. 4 arrested for public intoxication, some drug paraphernalia charges, down to animal cruelty, indecent exposure, and some stalking, a stalking arrest there. So some good proactive numbers. Of course, the other stuff I see, I really don't like to see happening in our community, but it does happen. But grateful for our officers that go out and find the crime and make arrest on it, so that person isn't continuing that criminal behavior in the city limits. With the neighborhood and traffic enforcement efforts, also in the school zones, our traffic enforcement teams made 60 stops, issued 33 citations, and 6 arrests. On the screen here, you can see all the different neighborhoods and streets they were in. And our traffic enforcement team goes out to these streets and neighborhoods when we, as a police department, receive complaints or do traffic studies that show there is a high occurrence of unsafe driving behavior. For example, a lot of speeders. Our officers are going to go out in those neighborhoods and neighborhood streets and do whatever they can through enforcement to reduce that occurrence of unsafe behavior. And that's what you see them doing when they're in Nicholsville, Normandy Heights, Baird Farms, Bradford Park, Clearview Drive, Providence, Trailbrook, Stone Waltons Grove, and the list goes on. But good work from them. On Guardian Shield, you see the numbers. We're at 541 elements recovered off of that. That includes 174 stolen cars. So good numbers this week. You can tell our officers are working hard to keep the city of Mount Juliet safe, and they have to, folks. Our crime rate is so much lower than Nashville to our west, which includes part of Antioch to our south, which is Nashville, and other communities around us. We have a low crime rate. And on some kind of TikTok, Sammy, last night I saw where we were.
You were watching TikTok?
Yes. I browsed through it, and I saw where we were the 10th safest city in Tennessee with whatever group that was doing it. I think I did take a screenshot of it. Let me see what group that was. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I tried to look it up online, but I couldn't find them. But Neighborhood Maps was the TikTok, and we're number 10 of the safest cities in Tennessee. Above us is Maryville, Carterville, Kingston, Germantown, Nolensville, Spring Hill, Collegedale, Brentwood, and Oakland, Tennessee. I don't know where that's at, but of course,
And
uh,
I gave you a lesson on that number
yeah.
one city whenever we went
Mhm.
to Knoxville for
Right, right.
for the funeral. It's not Maryville,
It's
Maryville,
Maryville. Yeah, that's
Maryville.
right. I pronounce words different. I'm from Texas. I grew up in Tennessee, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
Texas still in me, and
the people
people
of
usually say,
Maryville will let you know how to
yeah,
say it whenever
no,
you're working in
Maryville,
TV in Knoxville.
Maryville. Yeah, so I'll try to get that.
Yeah, no, that's funny, but that's an impressive list to
Yeah,
be on that top 10. So, uh,
it's always
what
good to see.
what you and all the officers do is really
Mhm.
appreciated to keep all of
Sure.
us safe.
Yeah.
So thank you, and thank you for reading those numbers. I really like seeing those crash numbers, especially with how much rain there's been this last
Right.
week. So that's really impressive that those have been
Mhm.
down, and especially the injury crashes have been down. That's
Right.
fantastic news.
And we went through like what a 7-day, 8-day period of some crazy injury crashes in the community. And it's like, what has happened?
Yeah,
Thankfully, that trend did not continue. It seemed to be some weird anomaly during that week. And we just want people to be safe. That's why we have to focus on traffic enforcement, because most of the crashes that are occurring that are high impact that lead to injury are related to speed. Uh, and you also see stuff related to distracted driving, a lot of rear end type crashes out there. And of course, the folks who are driving while impaired. And that's where our officers are focused on. And if you think about it, the most dangerous place in our community is the roadways, because that's where most people are being injured in our community, is through traffic crashes.
yeah. Well, on another note, we have a lot of things to give away today.
We do. Yeah.
Those who have done the census. I can't believe the
Mhm.
census has come to an end. So this will be our final giveaway for
Sure.
those that have done the census. But today we're going to give away 8 gift cards that are each $250 to Chick-fil-A.
That's
So
$2,000 if you can do math.
that's a lot of Chick-fil-A.
Right.
And I saw a picture of Jennifer Hamlin with Mount Juliet Chick-fil-A
Mhm.
that in Providence. And so really grateful that they helped us get these gift cards for those that have
Right.
entered into the census. So thank you to everyone that did enter into the census. What is the final number of households? Because this isn't the number of total people. This is the
Sure.
number of households for the census.
Yeah. 15,597. And, some households have many people in them. And from what I've heard from our census folks, that we have already exceeded the last census that was done. And not a lot of communities can say that. Our team that has been working on the census have worked so hard. Rob Ely, the GIS administrator, has been headed that up with his partner Connor, and many different people at City Hall and through the different departments. And it's just nice to see that our special census was fruitful, and all the money that was spent on it is beneficial. Because say we spent on scale wise, we spent $1 on the special census, the city is now going to get $5 back for all the money we spent on it. So definitely worth the investment of our staff's time, but also the budgeted money to promote the census, because the city year after year is going to get so much more money back to fund projects, to fund services, which helps keeps taxes low. So then we don't have to go to the citizen and say, hey, the city's raising your taxes, you're going to have to pay more. And that's why the special census is so important, and why we always promote it, and why we have been promoting it day after day for so many months,
Yeah.
because we do not want our citizens to have to pay more in taxes.
Yeah.
And for those who have registered for the special census, thank you so much, because it truly does keep our taxes low.
Yeah. That's $172 per person that registered for the census. That's
Yeah, every year.
every year. That's going to go a long, long way. So say that number one more time. And if we can have people pick a number,
Yep.
what number do we want to start at? Not one, because
Yeah, let's say
that
we'll
works for the
start
city.
at, so yeah, if so those who are watching in the comments, you're going to help us give the gift card away. So if your number is called, you're not the winner. That means that the number you picked is who is going to get the gift card. So you're helping us select the winner of the 8 different 250 gift cards. So I don't want you to get all excited when we announce your number. But if you can, please just select a number, put it in the comments between 50 and 15,597. I would like to see someone put in that last number. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
But
Who
type it
was
in the
the
comments.
very last household to
A
get their
number, yeah, between 50 and 15,597. And so we'll let you type that in, and then Sammy, I'll let you go through and just pick, and we'll go 1 through 8. We'll write it down, and then we'll call Connor, and he can give us the first name and last initial of the winners.
Yeah, we got some numbers, and we got the very last one. So if you want to give Connor a call, let's do number 52.
Okay, got 52 down.
12,378.
Okay.
15,597.
Okay.
Let's do 527.
All right.
321.
Okay.
4, 5. So let's do 978.
Got it. 2 more.
Let's do another low one. I didn't mean to hit that one. I meant to hit 77. There was a comment that came in.
77?
77. And this is kind of middle of the range. Let's do 6,009.
Okay, great. So I'm sure Connor's already looking that up because he's watching this, but giving Connor a call.
Hello, DC Chandler.
Hey, bud.
Alrighty, I am still looking these up. Give me a moment
Okay.
to get through these.
Some people are going to be eating a lot of Chick-fil-A soon.
Yeah. I once worked the Chick-fil-A people, and the amount of Chick-fil-A, I think I still have Chick-fil-A gift cards. It's really hard to eat that much Chick-fil-A. So I'm really happy for these people. You will be eating Chick-fil-A for a long time.
Yeah. Now me, I can burn through that in 2 weeks. But and speaking of Chick-fil-A, the north side of Mount Juliet is getting a Chick-fil-A.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. So we're getting a Dutch Bros at Mount Juliet Road and Sunset Drive. That's next to the Barrel House where Houston's is, where Third Coast Salt is, right there at that corner. Be a nice addition, something a little different to the coffee shop flair for the community. And then Chick-fil-A is going with a Wawa, which is like a gas station chain, on Lebanon Road near Green Hill High School. So it'll go in that area just south of the fire department by Green Hill High School.
You really just downplayed Wawa just then.
Did I say I'm not a gas station connoisseur type of person? I like,
I didn't know Wawa until I lived in Florida for those 4 years, and that was the gas station you went to. They have some good. I mean, I'm not a huge gas station food person, but but they have some good options.
Yeah, I've read where they have like subs and stuff that are easy to grab.
Oh, it was so easy to go just grab lunch real fast from there. They had a lot of different options.
Yeah, I'm excited for the students that will go to Green Hill High School. How awesome it is to have a Wawa and a Chick-fil-A right next door. So anyway, some side stuff. Connor, did you get some names for us? Oh, did I lose him?
Did we lose Connor?
Connor, you have me on mute.
Oh, sorry, I did have you on mute.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Just wanted to check on you.
Oh, no worries at all. So for the first one, I've got for number 52, Connie G.
Okay, Connie G.
For 12,378, I've got Mary B.
Mary B.
For 15,597. I've got Christine N.
How do you spell Christine?
Christine.
And you said N for Nancy?
Yep.
Okay.
For 527, I've got Mackenzie M.
Mackenzie M. Okay.
For 321, I've got Stephanie A.
Okay. All right.
For 978, I've got Timothy D.
Okay.
For number 77, I've got Giancarlo A.
Okay. Can you spell that for me?
Giancarlo. And then A for Apple.
Okay. Spell that
And
first
then
name again.
for
G-A.
G-I.
G-I-N.
Carlo.
R-L. Okay. I got it. All
And
right.
then the last one, 6009, I've got Amy P.
And Amy P. Cool. Very good. So I got the names ticking at the bottom. So thanks so much, Connor. Y'all have done a lot of work.
Thank you, Connor.
Yeah, no problem.
Are we
Thanks so
over
much.
40,000?
Just over, almost 41.
Almost 41. Wow. And what was the previous census?
39,289.
Gotcha. So we gained quite a bit. Awesome. Good deal, man. Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
Yep, no
See
problem.
ya.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. So the names: Connie G, Mary B, Christine N, Mackenzie M, Stephanie A, Timothy B, Giancarlo A, and Amy P. You're going to have a letter come to you in the mail. It's going to say you won a 250 gift card to Chick-fil-A, and it's going to tell you how to pick it up. So it's going to say, hey, come by City Hall and pick it up, and they'll have it for you at the City Hall finance side. So you can pick up that $250 for Chick-fil-A. So that's awesome. Glad we could give away $2,000 just then.
Yeah, that's
Fun.
fantastic.
Yeah, if we gave away stuff every live show, we probably have a constant heavy viewership.
Yeah, we've given away quite a bit though in the last few
We
weeks.
have.
But
Again,
we
all's a good investment.
Then 1,000 the week before that to Kroger and 1,000 to Publix.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot. So thank you again to everyone that has filled out the census.
Cool.
So
I guess we'll take some questions.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any questions, just type those in the comments. Sammy and I will do our best to answer them. Comment from GG with World Down Syndrome Awareness Day on March 21st, 3/21. So GG, thank you for always promoting that for us. I think that's the same day as Crazy Sock Day. So we will be sure to wear our crazy socks and get a picture for that. Maybe you can join us, GG, as we show off our socks. Yeah, she chimed in and said, yes, it is. So good deal. All right. Don't see anything.
Tyler gave you a promotion.
Who did I promote?
No, Tyler. My bad.
Oh,
Tyler,
geez,
Nick.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks,
no,
Tyler.
whenever I saw that, the very last household to come in, you had to pick that one.
Right, you had to. It's just, they waited to the last minute, but you know what?
It still counts.
It still counted.
That's funny.
Good deal. All right, Sandy, but you worked on a nice feature video for one of our officers. You wanted to talk a little bit about it and kind of what you're going to try to do with more feature videos?
Yeah, absolutely. With my background being in sports broadcasting, it was a pretty easy pick of which officer to highlight first, and it was Corporal Tim Scott.
Right.
He came from the NFL. He played first he played at North Carolina, and then he played 4 years in the NFL before he became an officer. And he's been in Mount Juliet now for 2 years as an officer, but he's been an officer for 4 years in total. So it's really just about his journey and his journey to law enforcement. And he does quite a bit now in a supervisor role. And yeah, so I'm really excited to get to highlight all of the officers, though. Each month we'll be highlighting a different officer, because whenever you see them out and about, you see them as a policeman or a policewoman, and you don't really get to see who they are as a person. And
Sure.
so I'm really excited to help share their stories, and let the community get to know them a little bit better, and let them know who is out there protecting them, and just a little bit about each of the officers.
Yeah, it definitely humanizes the badge quite a bit, because we are all people, just like everyone is. And people are not perfect by any means, but our officers have a strong heart to serve this community as best as they can, to keep it as safe as they can. And they risk their lives to keep this city safe. And they confront very dangerous people. And, being a member of a leadership role here, I get phone calls of different complaints and interactions. And I'm just thankful for body-worn cameras that hold individuals accountable, but also our officers accountable for what they do out in the field. But it's easy to access that video to see exactly what occurred. And just the language sometimes people use and the words they use is so much hate, and it breaks my heart. And I know I'm not going to be able to convince the majority of people of certain mindsets that they have. But I do think these videos are important, where our community can see our officers for who they are, where they came from, and why they're passionate about serving Mount Juliet when they weren't even from here.
Yeah.
Some of us, like me, grew up here, and that's why we enjoy serving the community we've lived in for so long as well. But to everyone, we hope you have a good weekend. We're going to leave you with this video that Sammy did, and then we'll be done with the live. So have a good weekend. Be safe. And Sammy, I'll let you close it out, and I'll start the video.
Yeah, no, I appreciate all of you joining us on this Friday afternoon. And thank you again to everyone for the census. But I hope that you enjoy this video and enjoy getting to know the rest of your officers as we continue to highlight them.
Yeah. Take care, folks.
It's always east and westbound on Lebanon Road from Benton Douglas to Terrace Hill, back to Davidson County line.
Corporal Tim Scott joined the Mount Juliet Police Department in May of 2022. And while he's only been an officer for 4 years, he's not new to law enforcement.
It was always in my family, I guess you could say. My dad is in law enforcement. He started at the local level, now he works federal. So just hearing his personal stories, hearing the things that he went through, I wanted to do something where I can talk to people and it'll be a switch up every day. And this was the perfect career for it.
But Corporal Scott's path to becoming an officer was unique.
Shotgun snap to Boone. Carolina rushes 4. They get to him. Boone avoids the pressure, steps up. Flag is down as Boone is chased down at the 10. The ball's on the ground. Carolina picks it up and takes it in for a touchdown. Tim Scott picked up the loose ball and ran it in for 6.
For a great job, that defensive front.
Corporal Scott played Division I football at the University of North Carolina and then continued his football career into the NFL for 4 years, playing for the Cowboys, Giants, Cardinals, and Browns. However, when his playing days were over, Corporal Scott knew which path his career would take.
I don't think it really hit me until after training, after the academy, and you're on your own for the first time, and you're in the driver's seat, you're in your own car, and you got called to that first big call. It was a very eye-opening call too. So it went out as a mental health call. There was a guy with no clothes on in his front yard. One of his neighbors came out and said that he's a big PCP user. So then all in all, if we were to fast forward that call, it took about 8 of us to get him to the ground and handcuffed and hobbled. There's plenty of people that I've tackled 200, 250 pounds, but they've never been on a drug that strong. That's when reality kicked in. Hey, you only get good by keep on going, right?
Yeah.
You got to practice.
I'm doing good. I played football since I was 3.
Really? What position you play?
I play running back and free safety.
So you like hitting people? So it was like a trick play?
Yeah, kind of.
One thing football brought to me were different teammates from different parts of life, different cultures, to where you really have to understand who you're talking to. I got hands.
Because of Tim's background, he has a lot of the qualities that transfer over to our profession. As an athlete, he obviously knows the value of being a team player. Of course, he's on our SWAT team now, so that's a very high-stress team environment, so he fits in very well in that atmosphere. In addition to that, he also knows that in athletics and in sports, right, you have the coach that is the overall leader of the team, and then you have your team captains, and then you have your players. And that you don't have to be the coach or the team captains in order to be a leader. You know, in our profession, chief would be our coach, right? And then you've got our division commanders that would be our team captains, and then you got everybody that's under that. And so, as an officer, he was already starting to take on responsibilities and leadership.
Move up. I got cover, you got hands. My favorite part of SRT really is just the team aspect of things. Truth be told, we do the crazy fun stuff, right? The best part about it though is just it brings me back to my football days. We're just a team that in reality you have to trust the man that's next to you. When it comes down to it, a call can come out right now, and whoever's available to go to that call right away, that's who you got. You can't say, oh, man A is my best friend, I need him to go to the call with me so we can do it perfectly like we did at training. You don't get to pick who's there. And that's why the team part is so big, because in reality, we don't have time for that, and whoever's next to you, you just gotta go, you gotta roll with the punches and get the job done regardless. Move up.
Even with his background, he's still very humble.
You got hands.
In that he doesn't know everything. He's still very eager to learn, still very eager to ask questions. But he's also very driven to be the best and to always be improving. And it's a really nice addition to our team, because everybody on that team has that same mindset that we're constantly wanting to strive to be better and better with each day.
All right, y'all be safe now. Listen to your parents. All right.